ChatGPT is ruling almost every market, and this makes it one of the most used AI tools nowadays. Every professional using it for doing his or her hourly work in just few minutes, and after saving his or her time, they are investing their same time into learning the same tool, that is ChatGPT, in order to do the same work in just few seconds. And in today's video, I'm going to share you 10 pro tips which is used by almost every professional in order to do their work in just few seconds. So let's get started with this video. Before starting the video, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because this channel will going to help you in grow with the more future learnings. And this video is for everyone, like whether you are a professional, a student, or someone who's enthusiastic towards more future learnings. So watch this video till end and you will definitely going to learn multiple things from this particular video. Now, number 10th point is step-by-step guide for executing or explaining any particular idea. Means if you don't know how to start executing any particular idea or any particular task, you can just simply ask ChatGPT to elaborate and guide in order to execute that particular thing. Let's take an example. You are a student, let's suppose, and you want to make a project on an automobile design. Write step by step guide to execute the plan. Enter. Now, as you can see, it gives us a brief overview of what are the different steps which you can take in order to execute this idea. And in the similar way, whatever idea you have in your mind, just write down and ChatGPT will help you in order to execute that particular plan. So here you can see that step-by-step guide, defining project goal and objectives, do research and idea generation, concept selection, what are the designs you can execute, what are the design development, technique feasibility assessment, virtual prototyping you can do, and all those things are actually the basic steps in order to make an automobile design. Similarly, you can do a kind of research into a project which is related to software, so just copy and paste it. Like you are a student and you want to make a project on a project similar to, let's suppose, Flipkart, that is an e-commerce website, and enter. So great, as you can see how effectively it gives us all the steps which are required in order to launch an e-commerce platform. So a step-by-step guide and defining a project of objectives and scope, and again development, and multiple things which are required in order to launch a product like Flipkart. So this is all about our 10th point. Coming to the 9th point, that is creating templates. Now everyone needs to wish birthdays, send email to their boss, or sending some kind of message to their friends. Now in that case, every time you need to write the message, right, onto Facebook, WhatsApp, or on Insta, or any other platform. So what you can do is you can simply generate a template, and you can use the same template in order to send them as a message to anyone. So let's create our first template. So create a template for calculating. Now here we need to mention a square bracket in order to mention that whatever name you will put here, it will become personalized message for that name for his or her achievements in, let's suppose, also wish him or her for more future events. Enter. Now here you can see a template got generated by ChatGPT. Now every time when you want to send it to anyone who won any particular competition or do any remarkable achievement in any particular competition, you just want to replace the competition name, just want to replace the name, and rest of the thing will going to be same. And you can add a word limit as well in order to limit your message. Now coming to point number 8, that is you can learn almost everything using ChatGPT, either English, physics, mathematics, chemistry, or any particular thing. You can simply ask ChatGPT some kind of doubts, or you can simply copy and paste all the ebooks which are available related to that topic and paste over here in order to make a summary of that particular topic, so that you can read it and learn most of the things in short amount of time. And that is important thing, you can learn almost everything in very short amount of time. So let's suppose you want to learn more about World War II. Write short summary of 2. Enter. Now here is the result of a kind of short summary of World War II. Now when you search the same thing onto internet, it will give us a brief overview, a long pages of overview of World War II, but it gives us a very limited summary in order to learn this concept very fast. Now coming to the point number 7, that is changing tone using ChatGPT. Now let's copy our previous thing, that is this template, paste it down. Now here you see that create a template for congratulating. So we will going to change it to make it create message to congratulate your boss for his achievement in hackathon. Also wish him for more future events. And here is the interesting part. Show some anger against the management. So here we gives us congratulations, but at the same time there would be some term which is showing the anger. I'm just searching it. So on a separate note, I can't help to express some frustration regarding recent management decisions. So here you can see, as I mentioned, that we need to show an anger towards the management. It actually changes the tone of this particular mail. In the similar way, you can just change this particular tone to some kind of funny tone. So let's make it and wish him in funny tone. And here you can see it included some kind of emojis in order to wish. It uses some kind of funny words. You hacked, you hustled, and multiple things in order to change the tone of this particular mail. Now coming to the point number 6, to generate a to-do list. Now if you are a professional, anyone who is having a very long requirement text or a paragraph which is given by your boss or let's say your team, you need to do that particular work. Now it is in the paragraph. It is very difficult to target that which points should be completed first and which should be in the last. And if any point got completed, how you can mark it into the paragraph. Here the ChatGPT will come into the picture. So you can actually target that particular paragraph, convert it into the points, and then at individual points or features, you can complete that particular task. For an example, now here is the paragraph, which is a kind of requirement of a software, same as Amazon, an e-commerce website. Let's suppose this is a paragraph from client side. Now you need to convert it into some kind of points so that you can easily execute it. So convert paragraph executable points. Now here you can see how easily it generates the whole paragraph into executable points. By using this paragraph, you can simply execute each and every step in order to build this app, or you can understand what kind of different ideas which is put by your client. Now let's make it more interesting. When every client share the requirement, the project manager plan for all kind of execution, what are the features which will going to be added, and then after working on all kind of requirements, it spent almost days in order to list what kind of different sets of features which are going to be added in that particular project. After making that, we need to share some kind of deadline for every particular feature. So this took almost a week in order to plan how to execute this particular project. The same weekly work can be done by ChatGPT in just few minutes. Let's see how. That is our point number 5. That is organizing the ideas or plans or features in a sequence of the time required in order to complete those tasks. So sort above steps in time required to complete. Now here you can see it sort all the above steps, just make it more simple. So also mention estimated time required. So here you can see it gives us a proper estimated time which is required in order to complete this particular task. And this is the most important thing for every project manager in order to do it. And it will going to save weeks of a project manager. And that is insane. So here you can see develop comprehensive e-commerce software similar to Amazon. Now coming to the second point, implementing user-friendly registration and authentication process. It would going to take 1 to 2 weeks. Design personalized user profile for buyers and seller. It would going to take almost 2 to 3 weeks. And you can also mention on some kind of testing time in order to add into this particular week. And in the same way, you can share simply this particular data with your client in order to give him or her an estimation of your project. Now coming to the point number 4, that is renaming our groups, or we usually call it threads, because they are independent of each other. So here you can see it is auto design projects, and this is on auto generated names. You can simply give a name to it. So let's make it 10 tricks. And the similar way, you can create a new chat. You can give another name to this particular thread so that you can manage or organize your ChatGPT account more effectively. Now coming to the point number 3, that is formatting your output. So let's go back, format our above answer into tables. So format above answer in a table. Or you can simply format it into a comma separated value or into other types. Now here you can see how effectively it converted the whole thing into a table which looks more systematic and managed. Now quickly coming to the point number 2, giving a role to ChatGPT. This is one of the most effective trick which will actually help you a lot. Now you need to mention a role to ChatGPT in order to get the result. So coming to the assigning a role, so just add act as a. Now this will act as a CEO of ABZ company and announce an opening of gym in company office. This is just a simple example. You can assign any particular role, like you are an employee who is searching for any kind of job, write an email to a company. You can simply act as a project manager, giving a message to their employee in order to announce anything. So let's make it. Now here you can see how it gives us exciting news, introducing a BZ company gym. And here you can see how it formatted it, mentioning best word like fitness and some kind of other details. You can more personalize this particular email. But the important part is mentioning a role or assigning a role to ChatGPT. Now coming to the point number 1, that is assigning a role to the receiver. And this is more important than assigning a role to ChatGPT. Now every time when you write any particular prompt, just assign a role to ChatGPT and then assign a role to the receiver as well. Let's take an example. Act as a professor of IIT. Let's suppose. Explain what is trade, a kind of weird question, to a 7-year-old kid. Now here you can see I assigned a role to ChatGPT that you are a professor and ask a weird question to explain it to a 7-year-old kid. Enter it. Now take a pause to this particular video and read it out. Hello there, young friends. Imagine you have a toy that you really like. And let's say a colorful spinning toy. Now there might be another friend who has a shiny new pencil that you want. Trade is when you and your friend decide to exchange your toys. It gives a definition of what is trading or what is trade by simply taking example of toys. This is what the assigning role to the receiver. Now this is all about all the top 10 tricks using ChatGPT. Just apply all those tricks into your prompt. I hope you learn multiple things from this particular video. If yes, then do subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you very much for watching.